Why the U.S. got involved, indirectly, in the Russia-Georgia conflict. In August 2008, a small country in the Caucasus, Georgia, suddenly found itself at the center of global attention. What started as a territorial dispute escalated into an international crisis when Russian troops crossed into Georgia, sparking a brief but intense war. While the United States did not send troops, it played a key diplomatic and military support role, one that revealed deeper tensions between the West and Russia. Here's what happened, and why it still matters. Background: where is Georgia, and why is it important? Georgia is a former Soviet republic located between Europe and Asia. After the collapse of the USSR in 1991, Georgia became independent and sought closer ties with the West, including NATO and the European Union. This move created growing friction with Russia, which still viewed Georgia and the broader region as part of its traditional sphere of influence. The spark: tensions over South Ossetia. In early August 2008, tensions boiled over in the breakaway region of South Ossetia, which had declared independence from Georgia in the 1990s with Russian backing. On August 7th, Georgia launched a military operation to regain control of South Ossetia. Russia responded swiftly with a full-scale military intervention, claiming to protect Russian citizens in the area. U.S. involvement: no troops, but strong support. The United States did not engage in direct combat during the Russia-Georgia War. However, it did provide military training and support to the Georgian army in the years leading up to the conflict, offer diplomatic support for Georgia's sovereignty and territorial integrity, deliver humanitarian aid during and after the five-day war, push for a ceasefire agreement led by the EU. Why this conflict mattered globally. This was one of the first major post-Cold War conflicts between Russia and a U.S.-aligned nation. It raised serious concerns about Russia's willingness to use force in neighboring states, the future of NATO expansion into Eastern Europe, the fragility of post-Soviet peace. Many experts saw it as a warning sign of future tensions, which would later be echoed in Ukraine. Aftermath and today, Russia recognized South Ossetia and Abkhazia as independent states, a move not accepted by most of the international community. Georgia continued to deepen its ties with NATO and the U.S., though formal NATO membership remains pending. U.S.-Georgia relations grew stronger, with continued security cooperation, economic ties, and democratic development efforts. What can we learn? 1. Indirect support can shape a conflict just as much as direct involvement. 2. Regional conflicts can have global consequences, especially when major powers are involved. 3. The war in Georgia helped reshape how the world views Russia's foreign policy and Western influence in post-Soviet regions. Suggested YouTube ending. The 2008 war in Georgia may have lasted just 5 days, but its impact is still felt across Europe and beyond. What do you think this conflict teaches us about global diplomacy and regional stability? Like, comment, and subscribe for more historical insights.